So have you ever wanted to get loud in the garden to create a statement? Well, today I'm going to show you how, with the wonderful world of wedding arbors, you can paint and make just a showstopper for your garden. I'm Gardener Coo, this is Nacho, and let's get loud. So when I was a florist, all the wedding arbors were kind of the same simple arch, but now they are just so many options. You can get stacked circles, you can get a hexagon, you can get like a circle moongate thing, which I will be using in another video with bromeliads. But what today I'm using is amazingly large triangles. Now, while you could just use the triangles right out of the box, I prefer to paint them. Wedding arbors are designed to be covered with flowers and to kind of fade into the background. I want a statement piece here, so it's just with a little elbow grease, we can take it to that next level. So the first step is to give the arbor a light sanding, like something with 100 grit. You might want to wear a mask because there's a lot of dust, but I obviously didn't. Next step is repetitive, but hopefully you'll have a couple sunny days and you'll be able to bang this out in one weekend. So after sanding, wipe the pieces down to get rid of the sawdust, then prime the arbor with Kills primer. This is one of the best for painting outside because of all the anti-mildew agents they put in there. I've decided I'll be painting these fluorescent orange, so I have to add the next steps of painting them with 2 coats of white exterior house paint. I then add 3 coats of fluorescent paint. These type of paints are really thin, so you have to add extra coats. If you're not going fluorescent, just use any exterior house paint and give it 2 or 3 coats just until the color is solid. Just choose a color that will stand out. The point here is to make a statement, so no dark colors or other colors that could fade into your background. If you're using fluorescent paint, you probably have to paint it every year because it fades from all the UV. Any neon house paint, though, wouldn't fade and save you some hassle next year. The last painting task is to hit the base pieces with Plastidip or Flex Seal. These we will sink into the soil, so you want some added protection against rot. Then assemble to box instructions and you are almost done.
So I have a few things I like to do when assembling things like this statement piece. First off, forget about the tools they give you. Nothing against the screwdriver and Allen wrench, well, a little bit against them, but I have actual tools for this, so why not use them? Specifically, I have power tools for this. I just need a hex bit and a number 2 Phillips bit, and this will go so much more easily. And the thing that makes it go even more easily is 2 drills, so I don't need to be swapping bits all of the time. So if you have that, break them out. I learned this lesson when I was working on the raised beds. I kept having to switch between a drill bit and a Torx bit. That's even more annoying than these quick change bits. The one thing to watch out for when assembling stuff like this with power tools is over-torquing. So I always make sure to dial that back, usually all the way to the lowest setting. If your drill is variable speed, you want that on the slowest setting too. What did we learn after assembling the first one? Well, make sure the bolts are facing front so the painted side shows. That's pretty important. Also, I can't believe I sat there trying to join these 2 halves in the air with each side trying to tip over. This is what clamps are for.
Finally, placement and anchoring. You want to choose a spot that you think could use some oomph. It's also a great way to distract from ugly things higher up like power lines or a neighbor's house. Place the larger triangle in the back if you're using triangles, and place the smaller one 50 to 75% off of it. If you're doing this with the hexagon one or the circle one, you want to try to frame something in the middle. Think a path, a patio, or an interesting plant or garden art. Always remember, if you're framing something, it better have a pretty background. For anchoring, I like to use galvanized rebar trampoline stakes. These are the extra long ones to help give that added protection from wind. Just get your triangles level and pound the stakes in, 2 for each side, a quarter away from each end. Now, I'm sure you've been wondering, why did I use fluorescent paint? Because I want to win. And I also want to win at night. So look at that. Talk about a statement. Just use a black light at night and you get this wonderful loudness. Like and subscribe if this helped you find some inspiration to be bold in your own garden. A garden statement piece like this will really make your garden stand apart, and it also just will give you a smile every time you see it. I'm Gardener Coo here with Loco Poco Nacho, and I have a great weekend project for you. So go out there and be loud.